Welcome to one of our videos from St. Mark's Episcopal in Dalton, Georgia, and all those join us on various social medias. By the time many of you see this, it will be coming up on Memorial Day weekend. And Memorial Day weekend is obviously a very special time for our country and for most of us to celebrate and to commemorate those who have died serving our country. It's a very important day in our nation's history and our nation's values. Tells us what is important to us and what we value. We have many holidays coming up in the next 30 days or so, but are a little more than that. Besides Memorial Day, which will be next Monday, on June 14th is Flag Day, and then on June 15th is Father's Day, obviously important day for many families. And then we have celebrate Juneteenth on June 19th. But then coming up is the big one on the 4th of July is Independence Day. We celebrate the beginning of our country. And these are all very important days in for our nation, for ourselves and our families. And what we do is we do these to connect with others. And we're not just remembering the days and what they're for, but to connect with others who are also celebrating, but more importantly, to teach our children what is important and what we value. We in the Episcopal Church and most churches also have certain days that we celebrate coming up, and we certainly have those in the Episcopal Church. On May 29th is Ascension Day, when we celebrate our Jesus going up to heaven, being ascended. On June the 8th is Pentecost Day. We're celebrating the Holy Spirit coming down. On June 15th, the Episcopal Church will be celebrating Trinity Sunday, about the Trinity and all that. Plus, the Visitation of Mary is on May 31st. I didn't mention that in the list, but it's an honor day. Plus, in the Episcopal Church, we honor many of our saints. Now, the Episcopal saints are a little bit different than what you may understand about the Catholic saints. We do not pray to them, we do not worship them, but we honor. There are many of them, quite a few. Probably most weeks we have 4 or 5 saint days for major saints, and some you probably have never even heard of, in which we want to remember these saints and study about them to learn from their example, their faith and their service to God, and certainly can do in that. So why do we, in the Episcopal Church, why do we have certain days like this? Why do we have so many days, probably as many as any other denomination, except maybe the Catholics? Well, we do it to have connection to the universal church. We celebrate a liturgical year, and it connects us to the rhythms of those liturgical year, and it also educates us and helps us understand the different seasons in the church. We commemorate the events in the life of Jesus, and we're inspired by the Jesus examples, by his service, by his teachings, and that. So celebrating these days also gives us encouragement in our own faith, the challenge to do that. We draw strength for the challenges that we face trying to live a Christian life. But so celebrating these days and honoring certain feast days or holy days or celebrations of the saints gives us an opportunity for connection with other Christians, for inspiration from the examples of these saints, for education as we learn about the church year and about Jesus' life and about the work of these saints, but also encouragement for ourselves. We commemorate, and our commemorations helps us, strengthens us, and help us to understand more about our faith. The reason we're celebrating and commemorating these things is to remind us ourselves and to teach our children what should be important in our lives. We honor our national days, and we should, and those are great. We need to honor the days that are intended to celebrate and worship God. And for those days, we'll say, thanks be to God.